got set up. How's everybody doing? Let me know where you're tuning in from when you get here and how the weather is. It's 90 something degrees here today. So I was just blasting the AC in here trying to cool the room down a little bit before I came on. But now that I'm under the ring light, it's like, was the air actually, it doesn't feel like the air actually did anything. Let's set up, if somebody wants to comment, they're gonna have to subscribe. Okay, good. Okay, how are we all doing? So, hey, my darling Beth, you won. You are first here this week, honey. So, we have big news. Jupiter went direct. Praise be. And next week we have Mercury going direct as well. So this is amazing. Hello, Kimberly, honey. How are you? I also have two new friends to show you guys because apparently I never grew up. I'm still a child. I still buy stuffed animals. I'm gonna introduce you guys to them today, and then next week in the live stream, they're gonna join the gnomes up here. But they're down here for now, so I can do a proper intro of them. How's the lighting? Let me know how the lighting is. If I could, I would do this because it would be a lot less hot. But hey, Carrie, honey, but then you can't see me for shit. Then I just look like I have no face. I just have shadows for a face. Ooh, shadow mommy. So we don't want that. And honestly, I don't even think it makes a difference. Like hot is hot at this point. It doesn't fucking matter if I'm under a ring light or not. It's like 90 degrees. It's probably 90 degrees in my apartment. Like, what's another 1 degree with a ring light, right? Hey, Steve, honey, how are you? Are you still riding high, honey? That's what I want to know. Okay, so we have Jupiter direct. We have Mercury going direct next week. We have new friends to show you guys. Pip is in the other room. Maybe he'll come grace us with his presence. Do you want to come say hi? Maybe he won't grace us with his presence. So how is everybody doing? Where are you tuning in from? What is the temperature by you? Do you already feel some sort of a notable difference now that Jupiter has gone direct? If not, let's discuss. If you know where it is in your natal chart, we'll discuss. If you're like, what is this Jupiter that you speak of? Don't worry, I shall tell you. If you're like, what is this natal chart that you speak of? Don't worry, I will tell you that as well. If you are somebody new and you're just tuning in for the first time, welcome. And I'm delighted to have you here. And let's just schmooze and have a good time. Why the fuck not? It's Friday night. We are doing our virtual living room. We are going to flow. We're going to talk. We're going to schmooze. We're going to have a good time. And if you don't want to have a good time, maybe reconsider your choices in life. Like, who doesn't want to have a good time? Oh, that is a very interesting handle. Half away. Good evening. It's nice to hear your voice. Question: the CERN partial smasher is it linked to the Mandela effect? The first it was run, Mandela effect, things started popping up a year later. So, and nice to see you. Thank you. So, Steve wrote a lot yesterday, a little slower today, and that's okay. It sounds like you got a lot out yesterday. I want to make sure I understand your question. You're asking if CERN's partial smasher is linked to... So my understanding, when did the CERN partial smasher thing happen for the first time? Because my understanding is that no, Mandela effect started back in the 1980s, and was the CERN partial smasher... YouTube, I was on for literally 2 minutes. Why was I kicked off? I didn't even say anything. I didn't say a bad word. I didn't curse. Why? Because we were talking about CERN and Mandela effects. Like, YouTube, seriously? Do we need to start, like, tiptoeing around CERN at this point? Like, has the censorship gotten to be that bad? Crazy. Beth, any progress is great. Yes, I agree with that. Yeah, no, it wasn't Frozen Carrie. They knocked me off. The fuck? Because I said CERN? Seriously. Like, just think about that for a minute. Like, I'm at a loss for words, guys. Anyway, back to your question. When did this, what was it called again? Hold on a second, sweetie. The partial smasher. When was the partial smasher first utilized? That's what I want to know, hon, okay? If you let me know the year. Carrie, emphasis on the, yeah, the con. So let me introduce you while I wait for those questions to come into two new friends that were adopted from Target today. Tylenol, that's a good one. Okay, my friend, first of all, Tylenol. Ellen DeGeneres already has blue eyes. So sorry, take your joke elsewhere because that's not really vibing. Okay, so we have friend number... Guys, I saw him in Target for $3. Look at his hat. Do you think I was going to leave him in Target? No, clearly not. Okay, so we have friend number one wearing the cute hat, like so freaking cute. And then we have friend number two, also with the cute hat, also for $3. This is the best happiness that $6 can buy other than my daily Starbucks drink. $6, pure happiness, right? So, right? Hi, Laura, honey. So freaking cute. So they're going to join the gnomes up there on the headboard, on the Starburst headboard next week. But I want to... What?
NBA players have an 87% divorce rate.
NBA players have an 87% divorce rate?
Yeah.
What do you attribute that to?
So look, here's how it works. So they're first married to someone before they go pro.
Yeah.
Okay? But then they get richer and they have access to higher class women, so they get divorced and marry a higher class woman, but they keep getting richer and richer and richer, and the cycle just goes on and on and on.
So how many times on average have NBA players been married?
I don't know. Search it up.
No, I don't really know. I'm not really that interested. I thought maybe you would be. Hold on. All right, they want to sleep clearly. All right, let's catch up on the comments and... Oh, Steve, particle smasher I think was meant. What year was it first used? Half away. First successful run in 2008. No, so it's not connected then because Mandela effects have been linked back to, I would even say prior to the 1980s. So it's not connected. Hi, Michael. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, honey. Carrie, scary question only because of how he's going to answer this. Spruce, are you one with the Vril or from Agartha? So, okay, maybe neither, because the Vril are actually little reptilian things that inhabit people's bodies. I don't know what Agartha is. Carrie, I meant Pip and NBA players. Well, I just want to know, like, how many times... I'm sorry, guys. You're going to struggle to hear me. It's too freaking hot. I can't not be without air conditioning right now. 1 second, friends. It is just too blasted hot. Okay, and low cool is not even going to cut it. I need to put it on high cool. Like, I know I always say YouTube is not all fans. Like, the way it is hot in here right now, like... I feel like I'm going to be on all fans. Like I put on a thin little t-shirt and I'm wearing shorts and I'm still too hot. This is what happens when you don't have like central air. Michael, you have the face of a 20-year-old and the brains in the brains say 40-year-old. Well, thank you for that. I am actually in my 40s. So the brain part is absolutely correct. Steve, all the snow melted yesterday and then a blizzard today, and there's a foot of snow is not natural. Honey, I'm sorry. You need to come to the best coast over here. I mean, only if you like 90-degree weather. Shan M26 Faye, you are very pretty. So glad to catch you live. Oh, thank you, honey. I appreciate you being here, friend. So how are we doing? I want to know what the temperature is by you. Thank you, Steve, for answering the question. At least I know now what the temperature is by you. Again, I'm going to keep announcing this, guys, because I know people are kind of like coming in and then leaving and coming and going. Jupiter is now direct, friends. I repeat, Jupiter is now direct. This is not a drill. So if you have been feeling like things have been stagnant in your life in one way or another, you should start to actually feel the momentum. Maybe even feeling a little bit more happy or like you have a pep in your step. That is Jupiter. Thank you, Jupiter. Beth, mid-50s here. That is not terrible. Carrie, Steve, that's not the worst of it. It's like ice slush on the ground. Ugh. Laura, currently 47, low tonight is 27. I love you all. I'm telling you, you people that live in like the middle of the country, I'm never going to call it what our friends in politics call it. I cannot stand how they refer to the middle of the country. And again, I'm going to remind you the reason that they call you guys the flyover states is because legit, if the shit hit the fan and there was like a zombie apocalypse, you guys are going to survive. Us snowflakes here on the coast, we're peace out. You guys could literally just like come in and buy coastal property because no one is going to be alive to claim anything over here. And if there was ever going to be like a nuclear attack, who's going to get attacked? It's not going to be you guys in the middle of the country. It's going to be places like New York or Los Angeles. Maybe Chicago. Maybe. But that's kind of pushing it. So you guys are going to outlive all of us. Like, we're fucking snowflakes out here. You guys have to deal with like 20-degree temperature variations in like one day. You have to like shovel your cars out of like 3 feet of snow. You gotta bundle up when you leave your house to go buy groceries. Like, you guys actually have survival skills. Over here on the coast, we have no survival skills, none whatsoever. So if there's a zombie apocalypse, someone can take over my channel because Faye won't be here to probably even have a channel at that point. Carrie, it's pretty today in New Orleans. Yesterday, cold and rainy. I love when it's cold and rainy, actually, or at least here in LA, because that's like as close as like we can get to winter. My sweaters are very lonely. We did not have a proper winter this year. I think I wore a vest one time. That's like the where's Jamara? Where is Jamara when I need to give her a California update? No vest this year. I think I wore a vest one time, and to me, like, my vest is the equivalent of a winter coat. One time! We got gypped. My sweaters are lonely. I wanted to wear sweaters this year. I wore them a handful of times. I feel so cheated. I feel cheated out of winter. Laura, Sunday is supposed to be, oh my God, 74. Wait, what? But Tuesday's gonna be 28? Honey, your climate is bi-coastal. See, that's why you guys are gonna survive a zombie apocalypse. Like, you need to be built of like sturdier stuff just to do like 50-degree variation in temperature in 2 fucking days. That's like enough to make somebody crazy. Shan, I wish I lived in a warm country. It's always cold and rainy here in London. It sucks. Honey, I am sorry. But you know, you can always move if you want to. Sierra, hi. Native into, oh honey, you are, I'm jelly. When I know somebody is indigenous, Native American, you guys are so unbelievably gifted. I am very, very envious of you. We're very happy to have you here, Sierra. Valerie, yeah, finally caught you live. Yes, finally, Jupiter. I've been feeling it. Lots of love from from cold Gothenburg, Sweden. You know, I had on my laptop the screensaver. It it changes like every 2 days or something like that. There was a scene from Sweden. You have a beautiful country. I was like, yeah, I get it. Like, I was like, it's beautiful. It's cold, but beautiful. Sierra, my native weather just went to 80 to freezing in 2 days. I'm outside, I survived. Oh my goodness. That's pretty intense, by the way. From 80 to freezing in 2 days. Carrie, an odd thing to know, but non-allies use wind projections to predict where wind where wind blow will carry the fallout from the direct hit, so crops get dusted with fallout. It doesn't even surprise me one bit, by the way. I mean, here's the thing. If there really was a nuclear attack, is really anybody going to survive? Because the crops are all going to be affected, right? So it's going to actually kick off like a famine, like a global famine event anyway. So we're all going to be very skinny. Because you're basically, all you're going to be doing is drinking water. You can survive on water and no food. It's real. You can look it up, by the way. Chubby, that is a great handle. Chubby American. It was 39 this morning and now 80. God bless Texas. Honey, by the way, that's real salt of the earth is Texas. I mean, you got to be built of some sturdy ass motherfucking stock to put up with the Texas heat. Sierra, Sweden ain't better than my mountains. Oh, honey. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't have mountains from... I don't even know where you live. But I don't think I have like mountain screensavers from anywhere in the United States. It's like it just cycles every couple of days. Today it was showing me some place in like Vietnam. It doesn't really show me places in the United States. Not my choice. Carrie, I'm good. I won't have time to react. It's not going to happen anyway. I don't think we have to worry about that. Half away, you are a beautiful being. Oh, honey, I appreciate you. Thank you for saying so. Sierra, water and hunting. That's how people survived for thousands of years. The Great Smoky Mountains. Look up a picture. It sounds majestic. Laura, I love Cherokee, North Carolina. So pretty. I'm jealous too. I have pics of grandparents that you could tell are native but can't prove it. You can definitely tell in the bone structure. It's like the cheekbones, and I feel like it's a certain nose also. Laura, grew up being part of my identity though. If you have it in your DNA, this is the wildest thing, if you have it in your DNA from any of your lifetimes, you're inherently gifted because of it. That's just the way it is. I don't make the rules. I just know how to... I report on the rules. I don't decide them. I report on them and I know how to follow them. So I can tell you, if you have any Native American lineage from any of your lifetimes, you're automatically gifted. Carrie, oh yes, beautiful cheekbones. Sierra, we very stoic. Yep. I mean, look what the United States do. Look at what the United States did to you guys. Look what the government did to you. We're such fucking assholes. Like, honestly, I actually agree. What was his name? Ronald Reagan. There's a great quote by Ronald Reagan. What am I saying? Ronald Reagan? Girl? Okay. By Ronald Reagan. He said the scariest words you can hear if you're a citizen of the United States is, I'm from the government and I'm here to help you. Because the government doesn't make anything better. Has the government made your... Other than when we're... But here's the thing, we were locked down. And the government was so magnanimous. You couldn't go to work, your kids couldn't go to school. They gave you like a check for $600. The government is so magnanimous. The government doesn't make anything better. Certainly, not this one. But since we live under a one world government, none of them make anything better. They're all in cahoots with each other. As George Carlin said, it's one big club and we ain't in it. Now I'm going to catch up on comments. Hey Gretchen, honey, I'm glad you're here. Chubby American, if you get a chance, hike the Grand Canyon towards the Colorado River. It's mind-blowing. So it's How long does it take? I would go in the winter if it's not too hot. But in the summertime, no. But I would love to. That sounds majestic. Laura, we got that trait too, Sierra. Sierra, and guess what? We are still here. That's right, you are. Gretchen, I will be popping in and out. My kids are on spring break, and I'm trying to squeeze in some. Good for you, Gretchen, honey. You know we support that over here. Hello, a girl citizen, honey. I'm glad that you are here. Oh wow, so it means the DNA from our former bodies still have some impact in the body we have in our current lifetime. Yes, is that not wild? Sierra, my people didn't get recognized as actual people to the 1960s because the government is unbelievably corrupt and they knew how gifted you guys are all, and that's what did they do, like in, I forgot what year it was. They were taking Native American kids away from their family, and they were putting them into America. They were trying to basically Americanize them. Or they also did this in Canada, right? So they were taking kids away from their family. They were separating them from their heritage, and they were trying to make them something that they were not because they wanted to pull them away from the natural gifts and abilities that they had. Yes, Laura, you do, honey. Yeah, it is wild, a girl citizen. Hey, Patricia, honey, glad that you are here. Half away, are you a Lakers fan? If so, who is your all-time personal? So here's the thing, I'm not a sports fan. My son is. We can ask him who his favorite is. West, Hispanics for Trump. Welcome, my Hispanic friend. So here's also the thing. Hathaway. You know all sports is fixed, right? I'm not even going to apologize for being that asshole. I just am that asshole. All sports is fixed. You can have a favorite player, you can have a favorite team. Just know maybe that, not know like N-O, but K-N-O-W. Just know that whatever person you are rooting for, they're given a script of a character that they're going to play. So they're basically actors, just like actors in Hollywood are actors. What is my son's favorite? Baby? What's your favorite team and who's your favorite NBA player?
I don't give a fuck.
He's too awake.
All players the same.
He's too awake. He can't jive with it any longer. This is what happens when you have an awake mommy.
It's rigged anyway. All of the players are probably the same skill level. It doesn't matter.
Thank you, honey. I love you. That is so my child. I don't know if you guys could hear what he said over the racket that is my wall unit, the air conditioner. He said it's all rigged and they're all probably the same skill set anyway. Patricia, I was watching a YouTube vid of a year-old kitty was such a sweet kitty. I love watching cat videos on not YouTube, on Instagram. Half away, people like movie stars. They're actors. They're all actors. Sierra, nice answer. Thank you, honey. Patricia, good for Pip. Don't he doesn't. I think he used to be a lot more into it until he realized that it's all. He sees it now. He'll come to me and he'll show me plays. He's like, Mom, did you see this? Because once you know and once you see it, you can't unsee it. Shen was the most epic answer of all time. Thank you. Hello, Valerie. Beautiful people. The native people. I've always felt extremely drawn to them. Yes, baby.
You need to download Google Maps.
Can you please come say hi to everybody? Don't be an antisocial kid.
Okay, well, what's up, guys?
Thank you.
You need to get Google Maps.
Why do I need to get Google Maps?
You know how you fucking can't find parking?
What, I can't find one. Yeah.
And predators. So Google Maps will now direct you to the closest parking spot instead of the building. That will help you find parking.
Google has too much control.
Mom, Google Maps will help you.
They have eyes everywhere. Now Google Maps can help you find parking.
Yeah, and Mom, and they're gonna be like, hey, don't go over here. That's the wrong place. The building entrance entrance is actually over there. They will also tell you where the entrance to the building is.
I am not okay with this. I knew what you meant, Patricia, honey. I know. A girl citizen, but I don't quite understand how, because to me it would mean that we are either all mixed at this point, or that either the soul incarnates within the same ethnicity. No, the gifts and abilities that you have from your Native American lineage you carry through. So it's look at, I'm saying loosely DNA, but it's actually connected to the gifts and abilities. Steve, makes sense why athletes are paid more than Hollywood actors, right? Because they're keeping, they're literally giving us. I'm sorry. Wait, maybe hypnosis. What was Shaq paid when he was playing? What was his contract?
His salary?
Yes.
Well, back in the day, salary for much smaller.
Tell me what it was, and then tell me what it would be by 2026 standards. 7.5 million per year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mom, because
What is that by 2026 standards?
like
I'm going somewhere with this,
35?
guys. Okay, so
because Mom.
wait, are you making that up or are you guessing?
Yes. Mom.
That sounds a little
I'm
high.
trying to do inflation.
Okay.
Because okay, Mom. Braun was only paid $14 million in 2010, and that's crazy. He was the best player in the league. You see how much his salaries have increased? Mom, Stephen Curry is going to be earning $60 million in 2027.
Somebody please make it make sense. Steph Curry is going to be getting paid $60 million
And they're not even a top 5 player.
for a season. How long is the season?
It goes from November to April.
Okay, for a season.
5 months.
Wait, but okay, we're going to give grace. They also have to train for the upcoming season.
Oh wait, Mom,
So
it's
how
really
many months
6
do they
months.
have off?
They have summer and the fall to train.
Okay,
and
so-
Mom, they mostly train in the summer, okay? Because summer is summer league. Players are trying to make the team. So, Mom, let's say that they have like 4 months off a year.
Okay, so for 8 months of work, Steph Curry is getting paid $60 million.
He's not even the best player in the world.
And who's considered the best player?
Nicole Jokic.
How
But
much is Nicole Jokic getting per year?
only $45 million.
Only
But-
45 million.
That's
Okay.
because he signed his contract back in 2023. But by his
Boo-hoo! Cry me a river. Only 45 million.
Cry
I'm
me
sorry.
a river.
Oh wait, yeah.
But Mom,
Cry me. My R's have turned into W's
his
today.
next contract
Yes.
will be worth much more.
His next contract will be worth
Because
much more.
Yeah, it will probably be worth 70 million.
70.
Million a year. Like the
Tell me you're in the club without telling me you're in the club. Guys, they're not fucking paying regular people that kind of money. You know that, right?
unless you're a big CEO.
I'm sorry. Okay, hold on. But somebody do the math? Maybe somebody did the math. I need to catch up on comments.
Of what?
Could you please look up what is 7.5 million by in 2026 standards?
Wait, what year?
I don't know. You tell me. Wait,
7.5 million from 2000
I'm going somewhere with this, guys. Hold on.
to today in dollars.
I need to know the answer.
Oh my fucking god.
What? Oh my fucking god! What is it?
Wait, 1 second. Wait, 1 second.
This is why life is so much better when you're awake. Everything is so much better because you can't look at the world the same way. Yes, baby. What is it?
2014.
It's only 14 million. Only 14 million. Okay. So, but look at it this way. So Shaquille O'Neal had the reputation when he was playing that he was the worst. What was it? Free throw shooter? Is that right,
Yeah,
baby?
he shot 50% from the line.
Okay. So he shot 50%. His statistics was 50% from the free throw line. Okay, guys, he was getting paid by 2026 standards back in 2000, $14 million.
1 second.
Guess what, friends? For $14 million, I would pretend that I can't shoot free throws either. You're gonna tell me, how tall is Shaq?
7'1".
A dude who is 7'1", who weighs God knows how much.
He weighed 320 pounds.
320 pounds can't shoot a free throw. Think about the size of his bicep is probably the size of my head, but he didn't have the upper body strength to actually sink a free throw. Does that make sense to anybody? Even a little bit.
He only made one 3-point.
His bicep is bigger than Pip's head.
Mom,
Yes, honey.
He only made one 3-pointer in his entire career.
Okay, sure, he made one free throw. I made one free throw. I can't. It's such. We live in a clown world. How did anybody back in the day actually watch this guy play and be like, yeah, this guy, like, imagine the emotional investment people put into, like, bad mouthing him because he couldn't, like, get a free throw. I cannot. I can't. You cannot look at the world the same way when you're awake.
Ow! Fuck, my knee.
Are you okay, honey?
My knee.
Your knee. I gotta catch up. It's too funny. I have to catch up on comments. Oh, hi, Rhonda, honey. All right, 1 second. Let me catch up. Thank you, Steve, for cleaning. Wait a minute. Are people? Hold up. 1 second. Did I like screw up the chat setting over here? 1 second, sweetie. I need to make sure that if people are gonna be assholes, they have to at least subscribe first. Oh, it's set to anyone. That's why. I'm sorry, Steve.
People are being assholes?
Yes, people.
Fuck them!
Yes, fuck
Mom,
them.
can you make me mod so that I can, like,
Alright, I'm sorry, Steve, honey. Now people have to subscribe if they're at least going to be an asshole. So maybe they won't do that. Yes, baby. What? Why are you making faces? Please help you? But you're going to have to be here the whole time then.
I will from when you mod me out.
Alright, so come in, say hi, let me know you're here, and I'll make you a mod, okay, honey?
Okay. I'm just gonna like.
Alright, hold on. I got to catch up on comments. 1 second, friends.
Well, then I'm gonna make my comment take up more space.
No, I'm behind on comments now, honey. You're just gonna have to wait your turn. Steve, makes sense why athletes are paid more than Hollywood actors. Patricia, it's been so hot here in Colorado. I hate to see it this summer. I'm sorry, honey. Laura says hi, baby.
I said hi.
Oh, excuse
Look,
me.
Mom,
Yes.
I can prove that I'm here. Please mod me now.
I'm going to. I will mod you when I get to your comment. Please be a patient sack of bones. Hi, Valerie.
Hi.
Hello, Solar Flow community, and hello, Faye from Sydney, Australia. Well. Much love and beautiful light to all. Thank you, Valerie. Only hopes in prayer. Hello, darling. And why do you think we as a society don't mind standing by and letting people not be held accountable? Because we've been under mind control.
Mom,
Yes, honey.
at least Shaq is a really nice person.
Yeah, because if he was getting paid $7 million, I would be really nice too if I was getting paid $7 million a year. Imagine how nice you would be if you didn't have to worry about money ever.
Yeah, he uses his money to help people. He gives them stuff and other stuff and like cars and pays for their stuff and like and then gives them their shoes and
He's also a Freemason and he's in the club. Valerie, shit, press the wrong button. So, but I'm finished living in Sweden and Finnish and wow. Hello, Rhonda. Hi, honey. Jeremy says he will be here, and thank you for the update. I look forward to him getting here. Is that Cooper? Yes, baby.
Look at what name 7053 said. Name 7053.
I see.
I'm angry.
I'm getting there.
I want you to mod me so that I
I'm
can
going to
delete
relax.
that.
Steve is here in the meantime, and don't get like trigger happy if you're a mod. Like you really just
I'm
have
not
to.
gonna get triggered.
Like if people are being nice, don't take the comment away.
If people are being nice, I'm not gonna take away the comment.
Cooper, hello Faye. Do you have a segment on Leviathan? Is it a real creature of the sea or is he a demon? That is a really good question. I don't think that I have looked into it, but I can look into it today if you want me to, okay, honey? Beth, so glad Jeremy will be joining us. It, by the way, is such a compliment that Jeremy keeps coming back, Rhonda. Thank you for introducing him.
Comment?
No, not yet, honey. I'm still behind. Rhonda, he has questions tonight. Hopefully I will have answers for him, sweetie. Carrie, Shaq lived 2 doors down when he played at SLU with his first manager's family. Cute guy, not a good manager. Only hopes and prayer. The banks on the players. The players want a car. They go to the car dealership, then go back to the banks, then say that the player wants the car. The banks backs the player again. There's no money. I'm not sure I understand your comment, honey, but I want to. No money exchange. So basically they're getting cars for free is what you're saying, right? Rhonda, hi Jeremy. They're talking about sports stars' salaries, I believe.
I'm up to your.
Thank you, Rhonda, for the reminder to hit the thumbs up button.
Shaq would walk into a bar and 300 people would show up.
1 second, Carrie.
That's the comment.
Shaq would walk in a bar and 300 people would show up, profiting without playing.
That's
He kind of
literally-
knew he wasn't smart.
That's literally the one I just read.
Yes, it is. Valerie, shit. Once again, your son. Yes, he's very. Because here's the thing. Even when he was a baby, I used to not. Like, I never did baby talk with him. Like, I always talked to him. Like, I didn't use baby words. Like, I would talk to him like I would talk to anybody. And then once I woke up, it's like, I'm going to shield him from the shit. Why? So I've always talked to him like I would talk to any of you guys. Thank you, baby. Let me make you a mod now, sweetheart.
Are you going to click on my comment and click the mod button?
Okay. I just made you a mod, okay? Please be a good mod. Everyone is saying, oh, he must know that you, I mean, if he could see you guys, he must see that you guys were saying hi to him. I don't even report it. Jeremy, name, mom, hey mom. Laura, hi Rhonda, hi Jeremy, hi Pip. Rhonda, you're welcome for bringing Jeremy. By the way, it really is the...
Mom, I'm sending you hearts. Look.
Oh, thank you for the hearts, baby. It really is, by the way, the biggest compliment if you're bringing people into the community. So thank you for that, Rhonda. Yes, honey.
I don't think I'm on.
I made you mod. What are you trying to do that you can't do?
Okay. Look. What if
There's-
I just click on a
No.
I think I'm on, yeah.
I know what I...
I can put users in time, man.
So please do not do that to anybody.
Unless, what if someone's trolling?
Only if they're a troll.
I can ban trolls. I can ban trolls.
Was this a terrible idea, guys? I don't know.
have the power.
This could horribly backfire. I don't know.
Oh wait, now
it's
it's
fine.
telling me I'm a mod.
You are a mod.
Okay, the creator trusts you know. Build a positive, safe, create a community. I don't think you trust. I can.
Of course I trust you. You're my
You
child.
just said that this could horribly backfire. I can delete messages, put people in timeout, hide someone from the channel.
Don't do that.
No, wait, that just means you can't see their comments. And I can manage messages. Oh, held for reviews. If a message is held for review, I can decide if it gets to stay.
Just, how about this? Okay, Steve, I think we're going to need some mod training for Pip over here. How about this? Just, if a comment is nasty, delete it, or put somebody in timeout.
I'm going to
That's
put
it.
them in timeout for 100 minutes.
Does that mean they can still watch but they can't comment?
I don't know. Let me check.
We know nothing over here. This is like the blind leading the blind. Hello, Norris. Okay, now I'm freezing. 1 second. I know he's already power hungry. Right now, hold on. I gotta turn the air off now. I'm fucking freezing. 1 second. This is gonna be today's live stream. Me getting up to put the air on and me getting back up to turn it off. Basically, I'm gonna be getting up and down all live stream. By the way, hold on. I've lost my mind, guys. I've officially entered my plants.
Okay, so Mom, they
Being
just can't
accessorized.
comment. They just
They
can't.
can't comment. 1 second. I don't think I can show this to you. Can I? Do you guys see?
I have the power.
Look. My plants now have jewelry.
I have a shield next to my name.
Mom,
I have a shield next to
Does
my
it surprise anybody? Look, I'm a 46-year-old and I'm collecting friends. Does it surprise anybody that my plants now have jewelry? My headboard has gnomes. I just bought 2 new ducks.
They're geese.
They're geese?
What do those look like ducks? No, this is a goose.
It's a goose?
Yeah. looks like or not?
Apparently not. I thought it was a duck. Anyway, so we got geese, we got gnomes, and now my plants have jewelry. Welcome to my house. Where people apparently don't grow up here. Okay, now I'm freaking hot again. Dear fucking God. Oh, Pip, I have the power.
I do.
You're very funny, my
I have
darling.
a shield next to my name.
You have a shield next to your name?
Do you see it?
I do see it. Half away, you look like my sis-in-law, beautiful and kind and open to listen. That's why all the all over questions just in place of unrest in my life. Thank you, Rhonda, right? I know, plant you. I got all like wait. Not only that, hold on for 1 second. 1 second. I have these that I put in my plants as well, so it casts rainbows everywhere. So basically,
It looks really nice.
it really does look nice, by the way, when the sun comes in. And I have a disco ball. This whole my living room is just like it looks like a fairy tale. It looks like fairyland. With the crystals and the disco ball and like fucking plants everywhere. I have new crystals that I put on the window as well. So when the sun comes in, it's like I'm out of control. Somebody needs to take away my Amazon account from me. But no one's going to. Maybe Pip when he's older, because he has the power. He has the power now, so if anyone's going to, it's going to be him. Laura, listen, I have friends too.
Mom,
But do you have geese friends?
do you know what
Yes,
else
honey.
Google Maps is implementing?
What else are they implementing?
If I go to a new place,
Yeah.
I can click a button,
Yeah.
and then it will show me the best places to go to in that new place. So if I'm saying in like Japan, it'll tell me, go to this restaurant, it's really good. Also, here are a bunch of good reviews.
That's very helpful.
Yeah, I know. It'll plan your routes and like.
Hello, oh, Simone, I have a question for you. I was actually hoping you were going to come on, and if not, I was going to probably like email you or something. What do you do when you want to use the heating pad, but it's too fucking hot and you don't want to use the heating pad? Like, what do you do if you need the heating pad, but it's too... Jesus fucking Christ. Welcome to my life without AC. 1 second. This is torturous. All right, I'm going to put it on low cool this time instead of high cool. Maybe then I won't feel like I'm freezing my ass off. Maybe it'll be just the appropriate amount of freezing. Okay. I seem like I've lost my mind today, have I not? I'm sorry, guys. I blame the heat. It's too fucking hot right now. Laura, I have a bear that's... Oh, stop it. That is too freaking cute, Laura. A bear that sings Elvis? Stop. All right, you put all of my friends to shame now. Just like that, with one comment. Simone, those disco balls, right? And I'm telling you, when the light comes in and it hits it, this room is like magnificent. The rainbows from the light catchers, yep. Hello, happy Friday, honey. I'm so glad that you're here. And please, if you do have any answers on what to do with the heating pad. Rhonda, I love rainbows cast from sunlight and crystals. And this is a south-facing window, so it gets sunlight the entire day. I get eastern sun, I get western sun, I get midday sun. There's never not, and that's why like I strategically put the light catchers everywhere. Like they're over here for when the sun comes in and it's eastern facing. Then I have them down there when the sun is like western facing. Then I have them like right on the window itself hanging down, so when it's like the middle of the day facing, like I just want my house to be a happy house, you know what I mean? Laura, no, but I have a bear dressed up as James Alexander Malcolm Mackenzie Fraser. Who is that? James Alexander. Who has such a long name? Wait, is that the guy that played the lead character in the TV show Frasier? All right, I think I can sufficiently cool down that I don't have to fan myself like I'm having a hot flash. Jamie from Outlander. Oh, honey. Yeah. He's a nice-looking man. He is definitely a nice-looking man. Is the new season back? Scottish High. Okay, by the way, do y'all know that, what's his name? My boyfriend. Definitely a boyfriend in another lifetime. I mean, can a girl not get a break in any of her fucking lifetimes? I must have had at least one happy partnership in one lifetime. What was his name? What is his name? He played Superman. He was the latest Superman. I could see, like, his name is on the tip of my tongue. Somebody has to know who I'm talking about. Yeah, Steve, LOL. Kelsey Grammer, not so much. Thank you, Carrie. Henry Cavill. Okay, so he's in the remake of The Highlander. They're coming out with a new Highlander. Oh my fucking god, yes. And Henry Cavill is playing the Highlander. Yes, friends. I might actually even go to see it in a movie theater. Hello, Sylvia's daughter, honey. How are you? I cannot wait. I loved the original Highlander. Did you all see it? Have we all seen it? We're for sure, when we have our field trip, when we're on our bus and we're driving around to pick up friends, we are for sure going to be having like movie night. Every night is movie night. And every night we're going to watch a different movie. For sure it's going to be the original Highlander. It's going to be the remake of the Highlander. And whatever else you guys want to watch. Because, Secretary. We're going to have to watch Secretary. Great movie. We're going to have to watch what's it called? Is it The Illusionist? I think so. We're going to have to watch that one also. Laura, ooh, I used to love that show. Carrie, holy shit, yep. Holy shit is right. He's going to be the Highlander. I cannot think of anyone more perfect to actually be the Highlander than him. Even though, like, the original Highlander was really, really good, and the guy who played the Highlander was really good too. Steve, yeah, Drew McIntyre, the wrestler, is in it too. That is cool. Does he play the bald-headed Highlander guy? The original Highlander, it was so good. I know. Yes, Henry Cavill is a beautiful specimen. Valerie, I'm Finnish, and we also have notorious cheekbones. I've always felt extremely drawn to the Native Americans. It's Saturday at... Honey, you're amazing. 1:50 a.m. here in the middle of the night. Yes. Yes, honey. Native American ancestry. Yes, Valerie. Simone, if the heating pad isn't working, then I will take a shower. I haven't heard of... You might want to look into it. It's so good. No, it's not that the heating pad doesn't work. It's that it's too hot. Like, I want to take a hot bath. It's too hot. I don't want to take a hot bath. Welcome to my life. It's too freaking hot. I can't. It's misery. It's just misery. I took Tylenol. I don't even like taking Tylenol. Ugh. Like, imagine no heating pad, no hot bath. I took a cold shower. That's how hot it is here today. That's like the wrong thing that you want now. You know what I mean? It's really, really good, by the way. It's really good. And the guy who played the original Highlander was also very good looking. Carrie, use an old-fashioned water bottle, wrap it in a pillowcase. What's an old-fashioned water bottle? Rhonda, I was at my in-laws' house for 2.5 days this week. When I got home, Carmela practically... Oh, of course, she was happy to see you. Practically mauled me to death with, oh, sweetie, with kisses and her high-pitched squeaky, Mom, Mom, Mom. Oh, honey, that is amazing. Yeah, Christopher Lambert. Going to go ballistic when I'm gone for a week or... Yes. And then hold on. You're gonna be gone for a week, Rhonda. You're gonna come home with a new dog. She's gonna be like, the fuck is going on here? Valerie, thank you for the amazing live. And oh, honey, I appreciate you, Valerie. Thank you for saying that. Beth, by the way, honey, I love you. I mean, for more than just the reason that I'm about to state right now. Beth sent me a link to a chair. I need to get this chair. I took one look at it and I was like, that's the chair for me. It's an ergonomic chair. You can sit in a whole bunch of different ways. I need to get this chair. But I was looking for it on Facebook Marketplace. I don't want to buy it new. Because why? It's just stupid. It's just stupid to spend money on something new if you can buy it secondhand for significantly less. So I saw one on Facebook Marketplace, gorgeous, white boucle, and I have a white boucle chair here, so it's totally the vibe. The person was selling it for $50, and it was gone. Like, I sent them a message, and like an hour later they had already sold it, so there went that. Someone's selling a pink one. Doesn't go with my vibe. I'm waiting for another person to sell a white one. I will be on that shit. Like a fly on shit. I need that chair in my life. The amount of sitting that I do, I have literally, the past 3 months, writing and revising a novel completely wrecked my back. I am like, I cannot sit any longer. It's like, I just cannot. I need that chair, Beth. I'm so happy that you introduced me to it. I cannot wait for somebody to sell one. I'm like, if they're selling it for 50 or less, I'm just gonna be like, I'll be there in an hour. Like, I'm not even gonna handle. There's no point, right? Wait, Carrie, heating pad. You can buy a heating water bottle wrap used with castor. I need that. But here's the thing, the heat is what's bothering me. So that's, I don't know. I mean, if it's hot, heat is heat, right? Laura, I have a massage chair. Was my Mother's Day gift last year. Do you like it? Because I was thinking about getting like a gamer chair, but they're really ugly. Not me, like weighing the aesthetic appeal to something that's going to benefit me long term. They don't go with my decor. Like, I can't buy an ugly chair just because it's comfortable. I know that sounds very shallow. I have a small apartment. It's not like I have a home office that I can record in a home office and then I can have like it's like, you come into my living room, like, I'm going for a certain vibe over here. And gamer chairs do not go with the fucking fairy decor and gnomes and geese and sun catchers. Like, it's just not gonna work. Rhonda, oh Laura, I'm jealous. If I had one of those, I would never leave it. Beth, I'm so happy I took one look at this chair, Beth, and I was like, yes. And I was reading reviews on it. If for people especially who sit cross-legged, they love it. And I love sitting cross-legged. And it's very hard for me to sit cross-legged in this chair because it's freaking tiny. Like, this is not sustainable living. This is not like high quality life over here. So I cannot wait to get it. I am so stoked. And I love, by the way, Beth, that you thought of me, honey. Hi, Franca, honey. So glad that you're here. Carrie, you can gauge the water temp better than electric. Yeah, maybe I'll also try turning down the temperature on my heating pad. I don't know. Maybe do I have any outlets left? Second. 1 second. Maybe I'll even bring it over here now. No, I'm gonna have to unplug something. What am I gonna end up on? Oh, just my plant light. I'll figure it out. Valerie, holy shit. Yes, need that chair. Yes. Yes. Oh God. I cannot wait to get it. It's going to be life-changing. I know that it is. Then I saw there was a different style. I wonder if I can do this on that chair as well, where you basically, like you can, how do I explain this? You can like almost be on your knees If that makes any sense, like the leg part of the chair points down, so you can angle your knees down, which takes a lot of the strain off of your low back. Because if you think about it, when you're sitting in a traditional chair, it's a very unnatural shape for your body. Your back, and you're basically making a 90-degree angle. And if you're sitting that way for hours on end, your back is going to tighten, your hips are going to tighten. Like it literally, it wrecks your body. And here's the irony, by the way. This is a standing desk. So I could raise it. I know you're wondering, like, Faye, why are you not raising it? I would have to move the salt lamp, and I would have to move, I got another thing back, I'm trying to point to it, but whatever, you see that, right? I would have to move all of those things off, I would have to plug it in. This is like such first world problems. Like, really, Faye, you can't move a salt lamp? Apparently no, I cannot. I just need to buy a new chair instead. Laura, well, it's kind of ugly, but it's hidden away in the spare. I don't have a spare room. If I had a spare room, I would get one. Carrie, oh, get the gamer chair. You like and recover with sheets of the same material and the color you want. It's a thing. My son did that. They're so big and bulky, though. I can't. They don't look nice. Valerie, love the distribution in the destruction of your home with crystals. I take my crystals very seriously, apparently. Honestly, I take the vibes very, very seriously. Laura, you can also get sofas now that massage and heat. We've really come far as a society, have we not? Like, I think we could all say objectively that maybe has enhanced the quality of our life. Patricia, Elvis, the little wobbly cat has cerebellar hypoplasia, not MS. He's pretty feisty. What is that? Carrie, feng shui over back. I get it. Yes, it sounds so shallow when we put it that way. Does it not? But I can't. I'm too sensitive to my environment, and now that I have, like, this is like the first time I've like really like lived on my own. It's amazing. So I'm very discerning in the way that I want my home to look. So, you know, priorities. Like, I want my home to be pretty and functional, but maybe pretty first. It's vibes, really. Half away, you are sacrificing comfort because of aesthetics. Why? They want you to project what you are instead of what you need. Don't understand that. Sorry, got you wrong. Okay, so let me explain it to you. It's not so much the aesthetics, I'm very sensitive to environments as an energy reader. And if the vibes are off, it will make me crazy. So like the first couple of weeks after I moved in, when I didn't know necessarily where I was going to put things, and I didn't have everything that I needed to put things away into, I was not okay. I'm extremely sensitive to environments. So to me, it's not a matter of aesthetics, it's a matter of energy. And if the energy is wrong because of that, it's going to throw me out of alignment. So is it the aesthetic? Yeah, but look at the aesthetic as one half. What's the underlying root of it? It's not the way it looks, it's the way it feels. And if a chair, I have a big bulky gaming chair right here in the middle of my fucking living room, it's the first thing I see when I come home every day, that's going to throw me off. Rhonda, Patricia, give him love from me. Carrie, yes, blocked chakras are more disorienting. I'll figure the chair out. Valerie, sorry, description, I meant not, oh no, I got you, honey, I got you. Hi Tina, honey, I'm just here because I want to know about the genders hating each other, and genders hating each other now, and about love and relationships right now on Earth. Is it based on the world's vibration too? So, Really, Steve, I don't know if he's here right now. So really good question. So Tina, you know that there's an agenda playing out in the world right now, right? So the feminism agenda basically took women that were in their divine feminine energy, and it took them out of it and it put them into a more masculine energy. So if you look at it, imagine, you know the scales of justice? So look at the scales of justice representing when they're both perfectly, I'm going to use the cards to represent the scales of justice. They're both perfectly even. So when they're both perfectly even, this is, let's say, representing women when they're in their divine feminine energy. This is men when they're in their divine masculine energy. When it's balanced, they can both be in the correct energy of their gender. But what happened when the feminism came along? It threw the energy out of alignment. So it was taking women from when they were most balanced and bringing them up here. Do you see what happens? Now there's not balance any longer. So it is an agenda. But here's the thing on top of it. Not only were women thrown out of their divine feminine energy, but they were saying that, what were they saying about men? Masculinity was now considered what? Toxic. So the way that God created men was now said to be wrong. So now women were here, men were here, but now they're being told that being masculine is toxic, so men started to do what? They started to become softer, and do you see what happened? So now instead of harmony and balance, you have this going on. Now, when a woman is in a more masculine energy, what does she have a use for a man? She can do everything on her own anyway. I'm not saying we couldn't before. Look at it like an energetic balance. Okay? So I see this a lot coming up with, like on Instagram, for example. A lot of women are like, I work, I pay my own bills, I have a car, I have a house. What do I need a man for? What value is he going to bring into my life? Other than what? He's not going to pay for my bills. Is he going to enhance the quality of my life? Or is he going to come in and play power games with me? That's what happens when a woman is more in masculine energy than feminine energy, because we're supposed to balance each other out. But when a woman is in her divine masculine energy and the men are dropped into a feminine energy, the men don't know how to be men any longer, and the women don't know how to be women any longer. So you have women that act like men and men that act like women, energetically, but also literally. What do you think trans is? It's energetic misalignment. So let me know if that answers your question, Tina, honey. Rhonda, I go for my comfort first. I respect that 100%. Half away. Okay, I get it. Thanks for explaining. Understand that. Patricia, Elvis is someone's cat on YouTube. It's in his brain. That kind of imbalance and shaking. Oh, interesting. Carrie, I'm surprised you're okay with older furniture. It can really mess up flow. Sounds odd, but it's like living in a fun house. Wait, are you talking to me? Where do I have old furniture? Say what? Valerie, 100% the vibes are real. Steve, at Pip, I don't think he's here. He was here only for a little while, honey. Don't worry, Steve, you're the head honcho mod around here. I really just appointed it so he would stop bothering me about it. You see, he's not even here. Rhonda, I thought he was yours. Tina, yes, I don't consider myself a feminist based on what it is now, because it's been agendized. Patricia, when we ascend to 5D, will we meet up with and see people who have crossed over and in 5D realms? Not necessarily, no. You're going to see them. Here's the thing, you're only going to see people that have crossed over if you're a medium and if they come into you, but really you're going to see them when you cross over. Look at it like the when we transition to a higher vibration here on Earth, it's not going to be akin to what it's like on the other side. It's just going to be a higher vibration Earth. So it doesn't automatically mean there's going to be like a connection directly onto the other side. But that's a good question. Steve, quote, I am in my divine feminine and I make $500,000 a month on OnlyFans. Half away. Is Net and Yahoo not alive? I wrote that in that way because my question has been deleted on too many platforms. Oh, you're asking about, I have no compunction saying it. You're asking about Bibi Netanyahu? Valerie, I've always been more masculine. Carrie, so here's the thing. We all, every single person, animals too, we all are a combination of masculine and feminine energies. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I'm saying there's an agenda that has hijacked the natural balance of Earth. Carrie, meant, used, not old, sorry. Oh, I have to go back and I have to read your comment again now. Now that I know what you're saying, hold on. Meant, not meant used, not old. Hold on, let me go back up. I'm surprised you're okay with used furniture. Oh, used from, yes. Okay, enjoy, sweetie. There was a new one there. Tell me if you see it in the bag, baby.
Oh, wait, this looks new.
That must be the new one that you have there.
It's good.
What does it taste like?
I'm bringing up the blueberry with sprinkles.
Blueberries with sprinkles sounds good. Okay, so there's a few things that I would not buy used. Mattress. Bed frame. Not anymore, I used to. But like a chair? I have no problem with like a used chair. Hold on, let me go back down here and catch up on where I was up to. Tina, well, I did see something very wrong with feminist views in this society. Is this going to change though? So energy is a boomerang. Whatever goes around ends up coming back. It's like that with fashion too, because if you look at it, the entire world is made up of vibrations, right? So why do you think like 70s jeans recently came back into style? Because it's a boomerang. Because it's made up of a vibration and an energy. So everything old becomes new again at some point. So it's already on its way back. Look how many people now identify as trads. Look how many influencers are trad wives, traditional wives. Because it's coming back. People are seeing how out of alignment things are, and the only way they know how to make amends with it is to say, this doesn't align with me, I'm going to find something that does. Tina, I know men want to feel need. Yeah, but so here's the thing. I'm not going to say that. Sylvia's daughter, the whole crap where the Supreme Court Justice Jackson could not define what is by design. By the way, I have a video. It's an older video. I know it's the kind of thing people take one look at it. They're like, it looks boring. I'm not going to watch it. Go back, watch the video that I did on Roe versus Wade. It's one of the first videos that I did. Because in that video, I talk about what is going on in the world now. It's just more pronounced right now. But actually what happened, the whole issue of vibrational alignment between divine masculine and feminine energy started back in, what was it, the 1970s when Roe versus Wade was seen before the Supreme Court? Because that's when it actually started. Only hopes in prayer. Thank you, honey. That's right. Hit the like button. Share and subscribe. Show support and blessings. Together we grow. Thank you for saying that, sweetie. Laura, okay, so reincarnation is a thing, right? Yes. So, what if someone we love crosses over young and reincarnates? Great question. I'm going to answer it. Before we cross over, will we forever just be on different timelines then? That is a great question. So, no. There's, look at our soul like it's a candle. Can you take one candle and with that one candle light 1,000 other candles? Yes. Does the first candle go out if you are lighting subsequent candles? No. It's the same thing with your soul. There's a portion of our soul, the original portion, as I refer to it, it's the highest version of ourself, that remains in energetic escrow with God. Always and forever. So if somebody you know crosses over and they decide to reincarnate, you are still connecting with the highest version of them that remains in energetic escrow with God. So you will always have the opportunity when you cross over to reconnect with the loved one on the other side. Great question. Thank you, Rhonda, for encouraging everyone to hit the like button. Cooper, how different are the reptiles that got kicked out of the Garden of Eden than the reptiles who came through portals in ancient Egypt? Great question. They're ancestors, but they come from different planets. Cooper, honey, can you remind, you're a member, right? Did you see the members video that I have on reptilians? You might want to, if you have, you might want a refresher. If not, you might want to watch it because I actually discuss it. It depends where they come from because there's more than one origin point from where the reptilians come from. So it's kind of like, I'm going to give you like a basic bitch example. Let's say like you meet somebody that's European. Does that tell you where they're from? No. So I am around and I hear somebody with a different accent and I say, oh, you have an accent. Where are you from? And they say, I'm from Europe. But they're not telling me, where in Europe are you from? Are you from Germany? Are you from France? Are you from Transylvania? It's the same thing here. It depends what planet they came from. So while we're saying we can lump them all together, what origin point they came from actually determines, just like with a foreigner, it will determine what language they speak. With reptilians, it's actually going to determine, are they high vibe or low vibe? Because some reptilians are actually, here we go. Do you hear I'm losing my voice? Some reptilians are actually high vibe. Not all of them are low vibe. It depends where they're from. Great question, Cooper. Hello, Mecca Lecca. Laura, will we recognize them? Definitely you will. And a lot of them, by the way, will, when your guardian angels escort you, because this is the wildest thing, they escort you to the other side. So when you cross out of your body, you're not alone. You're never alone. You think you're alone, you're never alone. So we have guardian angels that are with us all the motherfucking time. We got God. It's a fucking party. I have a video on this. You might want to go actually watch it, Laura. It's on guides, guardian angels, and our higher self. We're never alone. So when you cross out of your body, your guardian angels are actually escorting you over onto the other side. So once they cross you over, you usually have loved ones that are waiting for you right there. So you see them right when you cross over onto the other side. Mecca, I'm not new here, but first time I've commented. I'm really glad that you feel comfortable enough to comment here. Thank you. Rhonda, nice to interact with you, Mecca. Patricia, good question, Laura. Maybe there is no reincarnation nowadays. There is. Mecca Lucca, hello everyone. You are all so sweet. Thank you for saying that, Mecca. Do you feel comfortable sharing your name, honey? Tina, I don't understand so many things, to be honest. I just try to consider men's point of views just as much. And I think there's nothing wrong for needing men in ways, but not being totally dependent. Fair point. Rhonda, I don't think I want to come back after this lifetime. So the beautiful thing, by the way, is you can tap out after any lifetime. So you might be wondering, why then the fuck did I agree to come back in this lifetime, right? Okay. Because on the other side, there's no time. I mean, one could say, time is not even... Did we not just have daylight savings time last week? I know it seems like I'm going off on a tangent. You know time's not real, right? Time only is real here. There's no such thing as time on the other side. The way that we even understand time is been... If they can twice a year change the clock this way and that way an hour, that means time's not real. You know that, right? Okay. On the other side, there's no time. So 10 minutes, 10 years, 10,000 years, it all feels the same on the other side. It passes like that. So when you're on the other side, you're kicking it with God, you've been healed. You're like, there's this one experience I really wanted to have. I didn't have it in any of my lifetimes. Maybe I'll go back just for one more incarnation. That's what tends to happen. Because when you're on the other side and time passes literally like this, you know how you change your clothing every day? Literally to the soul that is eternal and that experiences no time on the other side, it's literally like every lifetime passes like a day. So this meat suit that I have in this lifetime is like the shirt that I decided to put on after my shower. I change clothing every day, and every lifetime you change you change a physical form. We've all been white, black, Asian, Latino, Russian, men, women. You've been everything. That's why to me the whole concept of racism, it's laughable. When we understand the soul component, you're like, I've been black already. How can I be racist? It's indoctrination. So the lifetime passes like that. You're like, maybe one more lifetime I'll go back. Because I keep saying also, I'm not coming back to this ghetto ass motherfucking planet again. Watch me, I will. And probably a bunch of you also. We're all going to be meeting in the next lifetime over here. Wait, watch and see. Mecca, I know. Who would want to come back when the world is this crazy? Cooper, could Leviathan be a reptile? Yes. Tell me what you think the Leviathan is, and I'll tell you if that aligns with what I'm actually seeing, okay? Because what's being shown to me about the Leviathan is what do they say the Loch Ness Monster is? So when I looked into by the way, the Loch Ness Monster is real. What was shown to me about the Loch Ness Monster is there's some sort of a portal down there. So sometimes it crosses through and it's someplace else. Sometimes it's here. The times that it's here, it's not that frequently. They could be sending shit down into the loch or wherever the fuck they say it lives. They could send down like sensors and this and that, trying to like track it and see if there's something down there. The times that they send shit down there, it was in another dimension. That's why they're not going to pick up on it. So it's being shown to me the exact same way. It's there's a portal that it can basically cross in and out of. Steve, LOL, just watched that again this morning. The video on the reptilians? That was a good one. Valerie, well, thank you for... What? Oh, he's not talking to me. Well, thank you for the info on the 70s and the divine masculine and feminine and all the amazing info and all the rest and the... Oh, honey, so happy. I'm glad you're enjoying. Hello, Jenny, darling. I'm glad that you are here. Hello, everyone. I'm curious if you've talked about the job market and AI. Do you see AI taking over 99% of all? Great question. I'm going to answer that. Let me finish reading it, though. 99% of all jobs and the government giving us universal basic income. Becca, I'm so glad that you are here, and I'm glad that you feel comfortable enough to comment, Becca. Okay, so great question. So AI it's going to replace maybe 20% of jobs. I don't see it replacing everything. Here's why. It's gonna take over the work that we don't want. And what is that? That means different things for different people. I understand that. But it cannot replace humans. It just cannot. So it's going to take over a lot of the grunt work that people end up doing. It's for our benefit. I know it seems really scary. It's for our benefit, because what it's actually going to push people into doing is to finding jobs that are more aligned with them and not getting stuck getting paid minimum wage doing jobs that they absolutely fucking hate, that sucks the soul out of them. So it's going to clear up and it's going to free up a lot of time for people. It's going to push them out of jobs that they despise to actually give them an opportunity to ascend in terms of their own personal vibration and to find something that excites them, which is going to allow them to what? Further raise their vibration. Now, when I had looked into the idea of basic universal income, it was shown to me that they've been trying it out on a couple of occasions, and I will give you examples. I know I was making fun of it at the beginning of the live stream, but y'all remember when we were shut down under C-19, did we all not get checks in the mail? That was a experiment. I know people were losing their jobs at that time, but a lot of people weren't. And guess what people did? I was working at that time. Do you know what I did? I upgraded my apartment. I got a new sofa cover for my sofa. I felt great. It raised my vibration.
Wait, you got a new sofa cover?
No, not recently. During C-19. Okay. What else did they recently try doing here in LA? They're doing test pilots all around the country. They're monitoring. So what did they do here? It wasn't available to everybody, but they did like for people that identify as like trans or queer or members of like the LGBTQIA plus community for like, I can't remember how many months it was, if it was 3 or 6 months, they were giving people like $2,000 a month. But here's the thing. They're not just giving it to you and like, have a happy night, happy life. They were reaching out to the people every single month because they were asking them targeted questions. Not what are you doing with the money? Because it's none of their goddamn business. You know that if you rent an apartment, you can smoke in your apartment. It's none of the people who rent it to you's business what you do in your own apartment, right? You could trash it. They can't do anything about it. What's going to happen? Okay, you don't get your record security deposit. So they can't ask you certain questions like, what are you doing with the money? It's not their goddamn business. They're actually asking very specific questions of people when they get the money. Like, did you feel like you had less stress? Did you feel you had better quality of life? Were you sleeping better? Things like that. Because it's basically micro targeting and micro testing, because here's the thing. If they don't know how to do it properly, and you're going to give people money and then they don't literally have to worry about money, how do you know people are not going to take the money and blow it on drugs? And then is it really going to increase the quality of their life? How do you know you're not going to give them money and they're going to blow it on alcohol? So they're doing very, very small micro testing to see what are people doing with the money. But again, they can't ask them what are they doing with it. But they're testing to see, and don't forget they can actually also literally test to see the energy on Earth. So they can test to see when they're doing these micro targets, how is it changing the vibration on Earth? Because it has been shown to me that at some point it's going to happen. I cannot tell you when it's going to happen. But also I've been shown that the jobs as a whole are going to change enormously. So is financial compensation. And we're not necessarily going to be compensated for being a cog in the system and like what your productivity is, but we're actually going to be compensated for what we are, like the value that we're bringing into the world. So let's say, for example, somebody wants to, they want to clean up the ocean. Now, are there organizations where people can actually go and do that? They have to donate their time. They're not necessarily getting paid, but people would actually get paid for that. Because it's about what are they doing to actually increase mankind's well-being and the benefit to all of mankind. Because that's actually how we're going to be compensated moving into the future. As well as tapping into our gifts and abilities and like what passion projects do you have? You're actually going to be able to get compensated for that, as opposed to creating general wealth for like a Fortune 500 company. So let me know if that answered your question, honey. Laura, I love saying fun name. I'm with you there. Becca, I'm afraid to, because I know Faye is going to tell me how it is, and I already know. Carrie, in my opinion, male versus female focus should be partnership based on reciprocity, not necessarily gender role specific, outside of pregnancy, etc. This is based on my expertise in what not to do in relationships. By the way, sometimes that's the best way to learn. Rhonda, I'm trying to figure out what lesson I'm supposed to learn. So, sometimes it's also not a lesson, it's an experience that you wanted to have. Like, for example, Rhonda, maybe you wanted to know what it was like to have the unconditional love of your fur babies. That's a thing. So you came in to this lifetime wanting to know what it was like to be unconditionally loved. Now you know. Here's the thing, so not every life experience.
I just look wrong when I do this.
Not every life experience.
I don't, that's not me.
I'm not going to say what I was going to say because it's not nice.
Well,
You look stupid when you do that.
I know.
You look like don't do that, please.
And I just don't look like me. I look like a
You
different
just made like a really, really weird face.
I look
and
like
you
a different person.
Don't do that, please. Not every lifetime is.
I look like a video game NPC.
You do look like an NPC. I can't stop it. Oh.
Oh wait, you don't like this? I'm gonna
No, I
do it more.
don't. Oh my God, my child is an NPC. Ah, stop. No.
Okay, I'm over.
Okay, so not every life experience or every life lesson is like 10 out of 10. Yes, baby.
I think
Some lifetime. 1 second, baby. 1 second. Some
I'm talking.
lifetimes.
I think we should call people in the club NPCs because they're non-playable. You can't take them away from the dark side. They've sold their soul to Satan. You can't. They're non-playable.
I actually love that. Okay,
NPC.
so not every lifetime is like a big soul lesson. Some lifetimes it's like, you know what? That last one was gnarly. I don't want to have 2 gnarly lifetimes back to back. This next one I want to chill a little bit. I want to have me some fur babies. There you go. You got what you wanted. Becca, yes, I did that for other things. LOL, my name, but my name is a rhyme. Yes, we have, but how and why don't people understand this? I'm very behind on comments, Becca. I don't even know what you're talking about at this point. An emu in the water. Becca, right halfway. Rhonda, good question, Jenny. Tina, but anyway, I knew the feminism turned into an agenda, but it seemed to work. But is it based on the world's vibration? Did things get worse because our vibration got worse, or did this just lower it? Good question. No, it's not in response to the world's vibration. It's literally an agenda that was introduced to attempt to lower Earth's vibration. But it didn't happen because Earth's vibration dropped first and then this happened as a result of it. Carrie, I feel like I'm supposed to feel safe in my female energy while carrying what I've learned as a male from past lifetimes, softer wisdom. Becca, or if we know what we see all the time, we're considered weird. Right, so that's why we don't say what we see all the time. Not yet anyway. Are you okay, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. Patricia, Loch Ness Monster. Someone said it was a ghost of that thing. Also, that Aleister Crowley conjured it up opening a portal. Well, there is a portal there, but I don't see that he was responsible for summoning it. Steve, the largest water-dwelling demon creature. I mean, if that's what you want to call it. Beth, weird is wonderful, Becca. I could not agree with you more. Cooper, what are the differences between a soul blueprint, vibration, or frequency? Really, really good question. There actually is a subtle difference between vibration and frequency, but blueprint is very different. So soul blueprint is, imagine it's the architecture of your soul. So it would be, let's say, considered most akin to the accumulation of what your soul has experienced in many different lifetimes that almost becomes like coded into a person on an energetic level. But it's carryovers from different past lifetimes into the most current lifetime. So it's it would be what we would consider to be a person's personality. Now, vibration and what was the last one you asked about? Frequency. I would say that vibration is more what you have control over, and frequency is more subconscious. So you can consciously make the decision that you want to change your vibration, like with your certain actions, right? So, for example, if somebody smoked, if they were doing recreational drugs, if they gambled, if they were sleeping around a lot, those are free will choices that a person makes that can actually lower their vibration. But conversely, you can also raise your vibration with choices that you make as well. Frequency, but here's also the thing, you're asking about the soul component. I don't necessarily see that the soul is involved with vibration or frequency. But all of us have a certain frequency that our energy resonates at. And it can change to some degree with the choices that we make, but not as much as the vibration does, because the vibration is connected to free will. It's like, imagine, okay, perfect way of putting it. Frequency, you know, sometimes you just meet a person and instantly you like them, or sometimes you meet a person and instantly you don't like them. That's their frequency. It's the way in which their energy like resonates at. Some people you're just gonna jive with, and some people you're just not gonna jive with. That's frequency. But vibration is your free will choices that affect it. Valerie, I've had enough of this shit lifetime. Always believe the Loch Ness Monster and unicorns are, because they are, honey. They absolutely unequivocally are, sweetie. Carrie, it takes bias out of opinions. I'm good with it. Becca, I know, by the way, but most people don't think so. That's why I found home here, but sneakily. Beth, no worries, Becca. I did the same thing for a long time, LOL. I know, where you lurk in the background until you're like, you know what, I'm going to say something today. And I love when you guys do that, by the way. It's okay if you lurk also. But I also love to, here's the thing, I can interact with you guys when you actually leave comments, right? Rhonda, Becca, Faye validates some of what we are already suspecting. I love getting validated. Thank you for saying that, Rhonda. Valerie, and dragons, felt drawn to them recently. This has been coming up time and again in the live streams, has it not? Dragons, right? We are all about the dragons here in this group. Becca, I know she does. I've listened for months. Yes, honey?
A dude 15 years ago offered $1 million to anyone who made photographic evidence of the Loch Ness Monster, and he gave out 50,000 cameras.
Did people get evidence?
No.
Here we go.
Why would they? They're all in the club. They didn't want it.
Rhonda, I agree with your assessment, Carrie. Becca, we all know what is real, but we all live in this pretend world, and that's what's actually wrong with the world. Very true. Steve, I know, trust the science. Oh, God. Simone, I love the questions and answers every week. So much to take away and learn from. Thank you for saying that, Simone. Valerie, what? The info on the LGBTQ. Yes. But here's the thing. A lot of people were up in arms about it. They were like, this is some nice shoes. Someone jogging outside my window wearing nice shoes. Anyway, they were like, this is some grade A bullshit, right? That's why I'm always like encouraging you guys, whatever you see, I gotta turn the lights on, it's getting dark.
It's Toy Story 5 and Woody is bald.
He's a toy, how's that possible? I don't even want to know. Okay.
He's an alive toy.
Okay, so, what the fuck was I saying? Oh. Whatever is going on in the world, I'm always like encouraging you guys, don't, if you can, try to get too worked up or wrapped up in it, because it's not for us. It's either to create loosh, it's to create fear, it's a distraction, it's to try to wake people up, or there's a layer that we haven't yet seen, right? Like, for example, what they were doing there, like a lot of people in California were pissed off. They're like, why are they only giving money to them and not to the rest of them? Because it served a different purpose. So when you understand that there's something, a behind the veil component or behind the veil layer to it, it takes away from the sting, because you're not looking at it like, why are they only singling out people from the LGBTQIA plus community and not everybody else? It was serving a different, they need to do it on a micro scale. So at this point, who is the most micro percentage of the population? It's the LGBTQIA plus population. That's why they have the ability to test it on such a small scale. It served a purpose. Beth, so true, Simone. Becca, I trust science to a point, but they make science what they think we should believe. 1 second, I gotta turn on the lights in here and I gotta close my shade because it's turning into a fishbowl. So 1 second, guys. Please talk amongst yourselves. Okay. Maybe now it'll, hold on. And actually, just for shits and giggles, let me tell you what the temperature is in my apartment. Oh, it's only a balmy 82 degrees. Only. Only 82 degrees. Okay, now I think I can turn down that lighting was a little aggressive. Okay. Carrie, I like that concept. Rhonda, my most recent friend says we are going to be on a universal pay system I would love if it happened by 2027. Becca, I wonder if Faye can feel me. I am an energy flash. I don't know what that means, honey. Rhonda, unconditionally loved is awesome. Thank you, Faye. You're welcome, honey. Lauren, Faye, can you, I'm sorry, Laura. I'm sorry. Laura, I was calling you Lauren for how many weeks? By the way, thank you. You're very, very, like, cool about it. Like, you didn't even bother correcting me. But I'm sorry, Laura. I know your name is Laura. Faye, can you tell me if any of my ancestors, yes, were witches? I know most of it was BS, but I had ancestors actually mentioned in books about the Salem witch trial. Honey, you already know the answer then. But yes, I can see it. Becca, Faye, I am 40 minutes from the Nancy Guthrie case. Should I go there? Do you want to go there? So first of all, I never tell somebody what they should do. I only say what they could do. So if you want to go, go, because it's going to raise your vibration. If you don't want to go, don't go, because then that's going to temporarily lower your vibration. Laura, my kids always told me I was weird. I told them good. Yes! Embrace that weirdness. Yes. I love that also. Tina, what would you say the divine masculine role is completely and the divine feminine is completely? I'm curious about that to be healthy in the divine. I don't have all the answers. So let's just first start there. I'm going to talk about the energy. I'm not going to talk about what that looks like in society. I'm going to talk about the energy, right? Energetically, feminine is receptive, it is intuitive, it is loving, kind, and nurturing. That is the energy. Divine masculine is protective, and it's a provider. That is the two biggest things that the male energy is in its divine form. It is a protector, and it is a provider. Now think about that for a moment. How many men do you know today do either of those? Because if a man is not doing both, they're not in their divine masculine energy, right? This is about an energy. How does that show up? I'm not telling you how it shows up, but as an energy, that's what it is in its rawest form. Becca, Laura, me too. My son tells me, okay, I know what the fuck he's doing without a word, and he says, don't even. Haha, and I know what he's doing before he does it. That's some strong intuition. By the way, thank you, Steve, for keeping the chat high vibe. Becca, dragons, but I don't believe in dinosaurs, and I know I was behind. Well, I think, what was it, last week somebody had asked me if the dragon bones are actually dinosaurs. I'm sorry, I got that in reverse. If the dinosaur bones were actually dragons, not all, but some. Rhonda, I do learn a lot being, I'm so happy to hear that, Rhonda, thank you. Swims, my darling, I'm so glad that you're here, honey. Thank you, Steve, for keeping the chat high vibe. Becca, but when you can intercept others' energy or frequency before they get hit with it is hard. Thank you, Becca, for the lucky clover. Thank you, Steve, for keeping the chat high vibe. Cooper, there is no recorded history of Jesus before the age of 30, so his background is unknown. Many people say he was in Egypt before starting his ministry. Did he learn about spirituality in Egypt and learn how to tap into his gifts and abilities there? Could that be the reason why he was able to walk on water, perform miracles, and make food out of nothing? He came in very gifted, so I would say, and here's also the thing, I'm gonna actually say yes. I'm gonna tell you why, Cooper. There was an insane amount of magic in and around Egypt. The entire I've spoken about this ad nauseum. The entire Middle East region is very, very high vibe. There was the largest accumulation of magic actually available there, which is why there were so many. That's why the Pharaoh had so many magicians, and that's why Moses was able to do so much magic there. It was so inherent that how do I even explain this the way it's being shown to me right now? Like, you could literally walk outside and you could just feel like, even people that don't believe in energy or don't believe in these things, they would just be walking and you could just feel it. Like, it was so potent. So the largest accumulation of available magic, because of the vibrations there, I'm gonna say yes. But he also came in incredibly gifted, so he was able to take his natural raw gifts and abilities and amplify it, literally just by walking. Like, he didn't even have to train. He was so naturally open and gifted, he could just walk and pick up magic in the air, through osmosis, literally. He would just walk and breathe, and he would be like, oh, I just leveled up. Becca, I feel a tug, but I don't know what I would do. It's such a shit show. Very, very true. Laura, haha, I'm used to answering to different names, no big deal. But I like to call people by the right name. I know you're easygoing about it, but like, you guys are my family. So this would be like the equivalent of me calling Pip by a different name. Like, his name's not Pip, he has an actual name. So like, imagine he came from school and I started calling him like Jerry. He'd be like, who the fuck is Jerry? I'd be like, well, it's just a name. A name is a name. He'd be like, that's not my name. So, you guys, it's the same thing. I always want to call you by your name. Valerie, yay. Weird is the shit. And yes, witches rock. Patricia, I had a dream I saw a celebrity, a guy I've always admired. He said, come sit by me so I can give you a hug. Dream ended. I felt thrilled. Hey, if Henry Cavill said that to me in a dream, I would go sit next to Henry Cavill. Yes, I would. If he said that to me in real life, I would go sit next to him too. Becca, something about dinosaurs, and I was like, ooh, seems familiar. Swims, do you ever, for automatic writing in a style where something physically takes control of your hand to write? I'm working on achieving that talent, but it's proving to be tough. So have you ever seen videos like AMAs where I'm like, why can't I read what the fuck I wrote? It's because it wasn't my handwriting. When I am so in the zone, when I am channeling, it's like, I don't want to say that I'm inhabited because that sounds wrong. And then that's like no better than what the actors and actresses in Hollywood are. They're literally inhabited, right? But it's like I'm infused with the energy of the person that I am connecting to, that when I am writing, it's almost like it's not me that's writing. It's like they're writing through my body. I am the conduit. That's why I say I'm the hand that holds the pen of the channeled information. I'm the conduit of the information to come through me. How does it come through? When I'm channeling, it's me writing down notes. So a lot of times when I can't read it, it's because it's not my handwriting. It's the handwriting of the person. So it doesn't even resemble my handwriting. Tina, do you have any tips if someone is an empath and how to control their emotions better if they struggle with it? That's nervous system regulation, honey. Really good question. Look into nervous system regulation. Because it's not a one-size-fits-all for everybody. Becca, swims, I have, but it's always comic drawings and or my kids' names, and I have no control. And by comic, I mean cartoon, like the same face every single time. Then it's my kids' names. So it seems like it's the precursor. There's something else that's actually behind that, Becca, that's waiting to come in. If you stay with it, more is actually going to come out for you. Patricia, I want to try automatic writing, but I'm afraid I'll end up possessed. I think I just actually addressed that. And if before you actually do it, you meditate, and then when you're ready to do it, you envision yourself in, like, imagine your personal space, right? So your personal space is your hand going all around you. That's like literally your personal space. Imagine this is all in like a white protective egg. Then you cannot get inhabited because you're already fortifying yourself with the energy of God. Steve, swims, I do it all the time. Becoming the middleman. Carrie, oh my God, I can't wait to read almost half of what I write. Handwriting changes a lot too. Yep. Carrie, swims, don't think about it, let it happen. Becca, what do you mean? What's behind what you just read? You're asking Carrie, right? So Carrie does automatic writing. Hello, Empress Mahina Wellness, my darling. I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for joining us, honey. How are you? I'm going to remind you guys I got new friends. Look how cute. You're asking me. So sometimes when I channel, like who, I'm going to give you an example. I had looked into, what's his name? I actually think it's in this notebook, which is why I'm looking, which is crazy because I never know where anything is, but this I for some reason know. 1 second. Here we go. I was thinking for a minute his name was Walt Whitman. I was like, that's not right. Charles Whitman. So Charles Whitman was one of, I think, the first school pow pow people in the United States. And he had shared with me he had some sort of a brain injury because he was severely, I don't know if I could say the word, I'm going to spell it, ABUSED by his father. He was severely physically ABUSED by his father, and he had a brain injury. And so basically his handwriting reflected that. I mean, it's not like chicken scratches, like it's not my handwriting. And I actually had a hard time reading it because it's not anything close to the way that I write. And he shared with me that, actually, do you guys want, if you guys want, it's in an AMA, but if you want, I will actually read it now because I find him to be fascinating. Because he actually goes into the psychology of why he was a pow pow person. Fascinating story. If you guys want, let me know, okay? But so anyway, his handwriting, I couldn't read it because it wasn't technically me. Tina, would you be able to tap into my energy and tell me what type of star seed I am? I don't know a lot about the different planets that star seeds come from, so I wouldn't be able to tell you where you're from. I might be able to tell you what your planet looks like, your home planet looks like, and why you chose to come here. Empress, I am doing well. How are you all doing? It's hot as fuck here, but otherwise than that, good. Rhonda, Faye, you missed Sylvia's daughter and Patricia's cue above where Steve said he was... Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm going to go back up. Thank you for letting me know, Rhonda. Swims, very, very cool to all the automatic writers. Wow, good tips. No. Sylvia's daughter, no. If I didn't want to answer, I would say I don't want to answer. I don't think I saw your question, honey. I'm going to go back up. 1 second, okay? By the way, it happens. I sometimes do miss questions. Patricia, wait. Who was it? Sylvia's daughter. 1 second, love. I don't see a question from Sylvia's daughter. Wait, do I have, 1 second, do I have, I might not have all the comments, 1 second. Chat filter. I don't have all the messages turned on. I'm sorry. I set it up before when I first came on, but then YouTube knocked me off. And then when I reconnected, all the settings were not what I made them. I'm sorry. I didn't even see it. It didn't show up on my end. Sylvia's daughter, honey, please ask your question again. I'm sorry. And I'm telling you, if I didn't want to answer a question, I would read it and I would say I don't want to answer it. But I would never ignore anything that you guys ask me. Steven, sometimes YouTube edits will, or they just don't show them at all. Rhonda, sometimes Faye doesn't see them. I went back and I didn't see though. Laura, Sylvia, it may not have shown up because I don't see it either. I scrolled way the fuck back up and I didn't see anything. Patricia, Sylvia, I don't see it either. Okay, Sylvia, why are J people to blame for all the problems of the world? Are you asking about Jewish people? So here's the thing, it is actually intentional. And what I mean by that is that They hide behind the Jewish name and they hide behind the Jewish faith. There's nothing about them that's Jewish other than their name. Why do you think anti-Semitism became such a big thing in the last few years? It's always been around. Like, when was it ever big? Like, you cannot convince me it's more of a problem now than it was during World War II. But there are people that will literally try to convince you of that. They will tell you that somebody hurling nasty words at a Jewish person in the street is the equivalent to World War II. I'm like, what? It's by design. They want to hide behind a so-called protected class of people, so that way they're basically, it's like, don't look at what I do, because if you look at what I do and you call me out, that's going to make you an anti-Semite. So don't look at what I do and don't call it out. They're hiding behind a protected class of people. And to me, wrong is wrong, I don't care who does it. And to me, right is right, and I don't care who does it. So I would call somebody out if they're wrong, irrespective of what religion they are, because wrong is wrong. So they're hiding behind an identity because they want to behave badly, but they don't, it's, look at it, it's like it's a deflection. Look here, not there. Don't look at what I do, look at what I am. Because if you look at what I do and you call me out, I'm going to accuse you of being an anti-Semite. It's complete bullshit. Let me know if that answered your question. 1 second. Simone, same. I scrolled looking for it too and I couldn't find, and by the way, it did not show up Sylvia's daughter. And as you can see, I just answered the question, so it's not like I had a fundamental problem with it. And by the way, so I'm Jewish. Growing up, I not at me, but at my brothers, because my brothers, wore yarmulkes. I remember the town that we grew up in back in the day was very anti-Semitic, and I remember once, my mom took us to Carvel, and we were walking back to our car, and there was a car driving by, and they were yelling out profanities. I'm sorry, that's not the equivalent of the Holocaust. It's a lunacy when I hear that. Steve, yesterday on YouTube, it froze, then it showed what I wrote in the box, only it was fucking backwards. I know I didn't type it backwards. I got a screenshot. That is fucking weird. Valerie, ooh, I love automatic writing and the channeling of serial channelers. Beth, oh, that sounds crazy, Steve. This is such Mercury in retrograde shit. Becca, what, Rhonda? Sylvia's daughter, it made it easier to show it. Rhonda, gee, Steve, I have not had that happen yet. I have heard YouTube doing silly stuff lately. Sylvia's daughter from Candace. You heard about that from Candace? She's not wrong, by the way. I haven't watched her it's not just her. I haven't been on YouTube other than when I come on here for you guys. I have not been on since December. I don't even know what she's talking about now. She's not wrong though, and I know a lot of people are saying that she's anti-Semitic. She's not. She's pointing out what's up. Anti-Semitic speech is saying something against a Jewish person. She's pointing out the reality. That's not anti-Semitic. There's a difference. And this is exactly why they're hiding behind the Jewish faith. They are not. They're Satanists. The Rothschilds, it's a Jewish last name. Are they Jewish? No. Do they light Sabbath candles? No. Do they eat kosher? No. Do they pray to God? Their God, Satan. Do you know they have an empty chair at their house for Satan? They're Satanists. They have a Jewish last name. It doesn't mean there's anything about them that's Jewish. This is exactly why. Becca, right, Steve and Rhonda? Not YouTube ever. Sylvia's daughter, from Candace to Tucker, it's scary. They're just pointing out the reality. Becca, Rhonda, you think she won't know my sign, or do you know my sign just by my present? No. I can't, that's not how I work as an energy reader. I would love to, but that's not how I work. Sylvia's daughter, Candace, is very anti. She said the words, I don't care. She said I hate Jewish people. Did she say I hate all Jewish people? Or did she say I hate the Satanists that are hiding behind the Jewish name? Rhonda, if talking about Candace O, I can't follow her for very long. I don't know. So here's the thing. She's been, when she woke up hard. It wasn't like a slow progression into being awake. It was like, bam. And she got really angry. And I actually, even before I got off YouTube, I stopped watching her because she was very, like, angry to the point that it hurt. Like, I'm too sensitive to vibes. Like, the hateful vibes she was putting out hurt. Sylvia's daughter, the Rothschilds are so intermarried. There's nothing about them they're Satanists through and through. Tina, I think I said I might be Orion based off a card reading I did for myself. Do you think that's right? I also looked it up. Sounds like it could be. So, honey, why are you outsourcing what you already know about yourself to me, honey? Becca, how do you work? So I need a person's name. I need their consent to connect to and to read their energy. It doesn't mean that I could see what somebody's sign is. I could see your energy. I could see your aura. I could see your trauma. I could see your history. I could see past lives. But, like, do I see things that are necessarily 3D oriented? Rhonda, no, Becca, because you made Faye get. It's not like I had to go very far. It's right here. Becca, I've watched you a long time and I feel your energy, but wondered a long time now how you feel what you do. There is levels of us. Okay, so yes, there is. You are correct. Different energy readers work a different way. So some energy readers need a three-dimensional item from a person. So let's say your grandmother's favorite pen. An energy reader that reads energy of three-dimensional items, you would meet with them, you would hand your grandmother's pen to them, and they could read the energetic imprint that was left behind on their most favorite pen. I don't work that way. I work that way off of names. Because if you think about it, a name is a person's identification in this lifetime. It's almost like when you get pulled over by the police and they say, license and registration. They want your driver's license so they can see if the person that you say you are is the person on the driver's license, and if that same person is registered to the car. So it's the same exact thing. I need an anchor to a person, but the anchor is not a three-dimensional object like a pen. The anchor is the person's actual name. So that's how I work as an energy reader. And once I have the person's name, it opens up different files on a person. That's why I could see a person's Akashic records, which is essentially like past lives. I could see trauma. I could see the aura if you have specific questions. I could see the DNA of a person. Cooper, okay, watch me try to say this. Gnosticism, Gnostics believe we can do magic just like Jesus did. They quote several quotes that prove this point. Example, quote, truly I tell you, if anyone says to this mountain, go throw yourself into the sea, and does not doubt in their heart, but believe that what they say will happen, it will be done for them, end quote. Was Jesus referring to doing magic through faith, or embracing our gifts and abilities, or What could be the truth behind miracles? What kind of miracles are we talking about? Because there's a lot of different ones. So are there health miracles that can be performed? Yes, not by John of God though. But yes, it's vibrational healing and it's real. Now, here's the thing. Jesus was, again, incredibly gifted to already begin with. So I think he was more encouraging us to embrace our inherent gifts and abilities than faith-based. Because, look, I got a lot of faith. Does that mean if I don't know how to swim, I'm going to jump into the fucking ocean and be like, I trust that God is going to save me? No. But do I trust that if I know how to swim and I jump into the ocean that I'll be okay? Yes. So it was more to embrace our natural inherent gifts and abilities. Becca, I'll give it to you. You can. Cooper, if this is the case, can Superman be real? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I love this question, Cooper. If this is the case, can Superman be a real being with those same superpowers like flying and limitless strength? Yes. I always use the Marvel movies as an example, do I not? There's a reason why. They're all reveals. Every single one. Do we actually all have some sort? Yes, but here's the thing. Just because we have it, it's latent. It's not activated at this point. I'm not going to encourage anyone to go climb to the top of a 100-story building and be like, I'm Superman, I'm going to fly. You're going to fall and you're going to fucking die. Just because we have it doesn't mean it's activated. These gifts and abilities are latent. I have spoken about this in the video that I did on Boris Johnson. Another video that people probably took one look at it and they were like, boring! I'm not going to watch it. This is the example I had given you. Actually, I don't even have to do this. You know what they do with elephants in the circus? Yes, baby. Pausing for suspense. I think I can turn off the air now. One second.
On a later day this week, oh, it's cold.
Yeah, I'm turning it off now.
On a later day this week, can we... Also, Mom, here's
Yeah.
what I consider this week.
Yeah.
From Friday after school to Friday after school.
Okay.
Okay? Because the week is the school week plus the weekend.
Okay.
But in the wrong way.
Yeah. So what do you want to do this week?
Sometime this week,
Careful.
I want to I want to have a Slurpee from 7-Eleven.
Let's pick the hottest day this week, okay?
Well then, can you check your weather app? I don't have one.
I can't check it right now. I'm on
I
a
don't
live
have
stream.
a weather app.
So